Western Australia has one of the most innovative grain industries in the world. The current record harvest, in excess of 16 million tonnes, clearly demonstrates this. This did not happen by chance.
Just refining everything we learnt back in the 90s through the 2000s and now into the next decade again. We're sort of starting to capitalise on what we learnt then, and we're just starting to get it right, I think.
Research and development and extension around liming, around perhaps reduced fertiliser rates, giving us more profitability.
There's a lot of new technologies around which help the profitability of farm businesses at the moment.
There's been quite a few innovative farmers and farm groups. There's been a lot of technical input come in from the scientists.
Careful management of expenses as the seasons start to unfold.
I think the greatest thing about the agricultural industry is how well we adapt to change.
Scientists, agronomists and consultants have worked alongside growers to produce the crop varieties and production systems we almost take for granted. Banks, rural merchandise, technology and machinery companies have helped bring all the essential inputs together.
So we had a low-cost input cost year, coupled with a good price for wheat, coupled with a good yield, and that's almost the perfect scenario.
It's really allowed us to reduce debt, and for me that's the biggest win out of it.
I know further north and east of the wheat belt hasn't had as good a year as the rest of us, and we understand that, and it's not good for everyone.
Quite the yields we saw. In many cases the average yields were 50 to 100% higher than they normally would be in an average year, so it's pretty exceptional. There's probably a small area in the eastern and northern wheat belt that missed out, so we've got to be aware of that.
We believe that customers had lost some confidence because of the significant variability of the last few seasons. 2013 has allowed that confidence to come back into their businesses. Seasons such as 2013 always reminds all of us why we're involved in agriculture in Western Australia.
WA growers use their experience and skill to manage the changing fortunes the early break, the record dry winter and the timely spring rain can provide. Our enviable handling and transport network has moved massive grain volumes from farm to port in record time to enable marketers to capture premium export opportunities.
What CBH managed to do during harvest in 2013 was absolutely amazing. We were so impressed with how the grain was handled.
At some point we were looking at 9 million tonnes potential production, and then as the season went on we've just had a huge big turnaround, and it's been one of the most positive, fantastic year that we could have asked for from what we were looking at in July.
If we could grow 3-tonne crops with a similar level of input that we're doing now, the grain production in Western Australia becomes probably one of the most profitable industries, agricultural industries in the world.
We can all be proud that our industry in 2013 will return over $4.8 billion to WA's economy from this harvest alone. Let's take a moment to reflect and congratulate the industry you represent and to consider what it can achieve in the future.
I see the future of the grains industry in WA looking for a new revolution in farming, just to get us above to kick us above the ceilings we've seen in grain production.
We believe the grains industry in Western Australia has a very bright future. We've got very strong farmers that are operating with the latest technology.
It's a great time to be involved in agriculture because it's just a positive buzz, really.
There's so much emotion and huge sort of reward that is built into it. Not just money rewards, but personal rewards which soak into your skin.
To get to 15 million tonnes in early December was pretty impressive, so if the whole state can get an average rainfall season, who knows, could be anything.
So I believe it's only a matter of time before we achieve that 20 million tonne capability.
Given the right weather conditions and the current sort of technology that we've now got, that 20 million tonnes is very achievable.
It would be fantastic to see a 20 million tonne crop sooner rather than later. We've got the technologies and we've got the smarts in what we're doing out there.
There's a great future for young people. There's a real future in agriculture. There's just not enough young ones coming through, so anyone that's keen on agriculture is going to get a fantastic opportunity.